Hey peeps, and welcome back to another episode here in the DOX Ascended series. In the last episode, peeps, we had a big string of bad luck. We killed so many primordials and really got nothing for it. We upgraded Camazotz to, I think, Ascension level 6, which is really good. Camazotz is an absolute beast of a creature now with over 200% damage from all of the Ascension levels. Unfortunately, though, we couldn't get both the Doid kill or a primordial pygmy that was actually worthy of us using. And we unfortunately also burned through literally all of our primordial summoning items. If I go into here, I think we have, what, 2 left? Yeah, we have 2 Warlord Crystal Shards, a good amount of Champion Essence, and thankfully, like I said multiple times in the last episode, the Champion Essence is somewhat renewable. Sometimes a primordial will drop this and refund you, but unfortunately, they don't drop the Crystal Shards, and it takes 5 of these to just do 1 summon. So, yeah, peeps, we're back to square one, back on the grind for megas and champion megas, which is pretty unfortunate, but DOX has been updated, peeps, and a certain creature is now available to be tamed, the Acrocanthosaurus. I have been looking forward to the Acro in this mod for a while. Now it is officially in the vanilla game and officially a part of DOX. Because of course, once it was added to the vanilla game, it was spawning in the map, but it wasn't a DOX Acro, so it couldn't spawn as alphas, and obviously if it wasn't an alpha, we couldn't trade it up. So I think the game plan for today is to try and get some good Acros and see how well they do against farming champion megas, normal megas, and maybe even some primordials, because I have big hopes for the Acro, peeps. I'm not sure if it'll be as strong as, you know, like a good Giga, especially our Gigas, because we got really lucky and got a juiced Giga, but they have some pretty crazy damage resistance, and in their adrenaline mode, boy, oh boy, do they hit hard, peeps. So I'm thinking the Acro could be potentially really good. Plus, as much as I love Camazotz, I would love to use something else. I've been using Camazotz for a long time, peeps. So yes, we have tech gateways here, which I don't know why I made tech, because I'm pretty sure the Acro's like shoulder bash attack can damage tech. So this is just going to be annoying to repair. But we also have a ton of biotoxin. Oh yeah, let's grab some kibble. I think they take yellow kibble, so we'll take a whole bunch of that. And of course, it's an Acro, so we need a weapon to actually get them to do their roar. Do we have any good shotguns? Really? Is this the same shotgun we used at the beginning of the game? That's crazy, but that's insane that we don't have any good pump actions. Do we have any good fabricated? Oh no. Fabricated snipers and pump shotguns are like the best thing to use. Oh gosh, and I recently just cleaned this out. I know I had some good blueprints in here, but I threw them all away. Oh, dang it, peeps. Okay, well, we could hope the assault rifle will work. That does 458% damage. We have a better one here. We could also potentially just use this. I don't think it'll do enough damage. I guess, how many bullets do we have? Let's see, if I add these, we have 774 bullets for the assault rifle, which is, yeah, not nearly enough. Oh gosh, should we take the pump action, or not the pump action, but the double barrel? Because we have a bunch of shotgun shells. Yeah, probably, peeps. I can't believe we don't have a pump shotgun or a fabricated sniper. It doesn't help that I always throw away stuff when I get them, because I was like, when are we gonna use weapons? Well, joke's on me, I suppose. All right, but here we go. We've got 2 good weapons with hopefully more than enough ammo. We have a method to trap them. I guess I should make bear traps. And yeah, taming stuff. So all we need to do now is find a good Acro, and we do have the Dino Finder, so it's literally going to be as simple as typing in Acrocanthosaurus, though I'm pretty sure, yeah, these are all going to be DOX or just vanilla Acros. Yeah, they are. That kind of sucks. So I guess we're gonna start off flying around on Camazots and just utterly obliterating all of these basic Acro. All right, well, either way, peeps, I will see you all in a little bit once we find our first DOX Acro. Alrighty, peeps, I actually just got finished killing all of the basic vanilla Acros, and there's already some DOX Acros spawning in, which is a good sign, because hopefully that means the Acros are relatively common, and if that's the case, I would love to kill that Doid. Yeah, if that's the case, hopefully this grind won't take us that long, which is good because there are 3 things that we are looking for. 1 is it's an alpha. 2 is it's got good vanilla traits that we could possibly suck out of it and then put into a good one. And 3, that it's potentially juiced. Now, I'm not sure what the juiced odds are, but I'm pretty sure they're extremely low. So the odds of us finding a juiced, and let alone a high level alpha juiced, are almost non-existent. But if it'll happen, peeps, that would be incredibly amazing, especially because look at this XP needed per feed. 3,333 for a level 50? Oh my goodness! It's a good thing we have literally millions upon millions of Hunter XP stored up at base, but wow, that is a lot. So I guess that tells me that these are probably going to be very good once tamed, especially because these are, as you can see with the spyglass, vanilla taming method, so no easy kibble dropping for us. But yes, peeps, you can see the trait this guy got is weight frail, which is awful. I'm pretty sure that makes it so that if you're breeding them, the Acro that has the worst weight is more likely to pass on the worst weight stat to its baby. So absolutely troll pick there from Wildcard to include traits like that. And yeah, obviously we're also back on Starscream. I think Starscream is going to be better for this. I'm pretty sure he's faster than Camazots. And plus, once we come across some of these megas like this Mega Sabertooth, we'll be able to kill them very easily with Starscream in one hit without having to worry about the bleed from us doing the spit on Camazots. But yeah, peeps, this is going to be my life for a little bit. Let's see, 8858. Let's mark that down. And we're just gonna keep doing this until I get tired of it, I guess. Unfortunately, no Acros spawned in while we were flying over, which is kind of a bad sign. But, you know, hopefully they'll spawn in a decent amount and we will be able to get these relatively quickly. But I guess, as with all things in ARK, it'll be down to RNG, so yeah, I will see you peeps in a little bit. Oh, that is not what I want to see. No, maybe we should use Camazots, peeps, because that's scary. But yes, peeps, enough yapping. I will see you all in a little bit. Well, peeps, welcome back. A lot earlier than expected. It actually hasn't been that long since the last time I saw you, and obviously we are not back to fight or rather tame a Acro, but instead I was in the desert doing Acro hunting things. I went ahead and went AFK just for a little bit to try and use the bathroom. And I came back, peeps, to the Overlord doing a flyby. And first of all, I was very thankful that he didn't spawn a doppelganger on us and kill me while I was AFK. New mistake ever going AFK in this dang game. But I then had a thought, peeps, because, you know, the primordials spawn in waves, and the wave is usually signaled by the Overlord doing a flyby. So I was like, oh, you know, that'd be kind of cool if maybe we had a free primordial to fight in this episode. That'd be nice. So I go ahead and check the dino tracker, and it's the freaking Doedicurus. We spent all of last episode trying to get this guy to no avail, and then we finally give up and go do something else, and naturally the game gives us one for free. Unbelievable. The gall of ARK. Isn't it always like that though, peeps? The rarest creature is the one you're looking for. So naturally, the moment we stop looking for the Doid is when we get a Doid. So yeah, let's go on out and try and fight him. Actually, I need some food. There we go. Some meat jerky should do. But yeah, let's go on out and maybe we'll be able to kill this Doid. I'm still not very confident in our abilities to kill it with the Gigadesmodus. We're just a little too squishy, but maybe, peeps, maybe we'll get better luck, better RNG, better anything, and we'll be able to get this guy killed. That would just be so nice, peeps. It would be so freaking nice if we were able to get this Doid killed. And actually, you know what? It's about to be like fully nighttime, and when that comes around, we'll get the nocturnal buff, which will give us a speed boost. So that might be enough for us to actually be able to dodge all of the projectiles and then weave back in for our own attack. But let's see, please tell me you're not really strong. Oh my gosh, peeps. Oh yes, such a low amount of health and a bad damage multiplier. Well, we're good. Bad for him, good for us. That's very low. Oh, peeps, we might actually do it. We might actually do it. Oh my gosh, we might actually do it. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I'm actually recording. Good. Let's drop the inventory, and the despawn timer won't start until we actually get into combat with him. So I think we're gonna sit here for a little bit until we see the nocturnal buff proc, and then we're gonna start the fight, and hopefully we just obliterate him like nearly instantly. That would be so nice if we just destroyed his entire soul. That'd be so nice. Oh, and there it is. We have the Nocturnal Hunter buff, which means it is fully nighttime. And let's actually see, what is this giving us? Yeah, 25% extra flight speed during the night. Oh, all right. Let's just go ahead, eat all the potions. Actually, you know what? Let's also get you overcharged, and let's get to blasting, peeps. There we go. There we go. Okay. I want to stay on the ground for as much as possible. I just want to blast him, get as much damage in. Look, he's doing like nothing to us right now. Okay, actually, I don't want to stay on the ground as much as possible. That's a dumb idea. Okay, come on. He's almost at half. I'm like moving him with my wing. Okay, actually, hold on. Let's be smart. We still get full heals on the bites. Let's get healed up. There we go. Dodge that. Look how much faster we are, peeps. Holy moly. Yes. Yes. Okay, we're doing really good. Oh, boy. Okay, that hurt. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. I don't know if I want to be risking this right now. Okay, health potion. Oh, I want to get hit with those. Let's hit him with the spits. There we go. Okay, he's getting low, peeps. He's getting so low. Okay, all right. He's empowered and enlightened, so we're gonna back off. We're gonna back off. I don't want to fight empowered and enlightened at the same time. Plus, we need some stam. Oh, this is going really good. We've almost shredded him. He's almost dead already, though. He's gonna get a lot of health here. All right, there we go. Fully healed. Okay, he's rolling in. All right, let's. There we go. All right. Okay, thank goodness his damage is low, because we can just kind of just face tank a lot of it. Okay, oh my gosh, okay, but that's no excuse for us to start playing bad. Oh my gosh, peeps, we're so fast! Are we just sitting there? No! Oh, this is what stalled out the fight, peeps. Okay, bite. Okay. Oh boy, okay, he landed some crits there. Let's get a heal. Let's get a spits. Oh gosh, dang it. Stop it! Stop healing! Okay, we heal a lot when he does this, though. Okay. Yes. Yes. Come on, stop healing, you cheater! Okay, I'm just gonna face tank him, I think. We're just gonna face tank him. Get a bite in. He's not doing anything. No, stop! Stop it, dude! How do we get him to stop doing this? Okay, hold on. Let's potions. Get out of that. Get out of that! We're doing like literally nothing. Okay, he's out. Let's get him with it. Oh my gosh! Insane knockback. He's spamming it. What are we meant to do? He's actually just spamming. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just wasting stamina. As soon as he gets out. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come on. Yes, dude! Oh, why couldn't we have done that the first time? Well, I guess the first time he clipped into a wall. But like the second time, we should have just ate the damage. Well, actually, probably not. I think the second one had a pretty good damage multiplier. We got so lucky with that, peeps. Low health and a low damage multiplier. Oh, all right, what'd he give us? Please tell me. Okay, he gave us an actual Doid summon, which kind of sucks because I doubt, even if it's got like a max level great traits, I doubt a Doid is going to be good, right, peeps? But oh my gosh, wait, that means where is it? Yes, Ascended 7, 206% damage increase. We are now max Ascended. Okay, let's get back to base. Make one of those greater pygmies and then feed it to this Doid, and hopefully it'll give us a good mega pygmy. Could you imagine? Oh my god, the game just crashed. Are you joking? No way, ARK. I should have saved as soon as that happened. No, don't do this to me, ARK. All right, we're going back in. Oh, where are we? All right, we're back. I think. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. We're still here, peeps. All right, that's really annoying. But as long I was so worried it was gonna like roll back so far to the point where like before it even spawned in. That was my fear. Oh. Okay. I think its damage multiplier went up a little bit, but that's still good. That's still low. So we should still be able to just bully this guy into submission. Hopefully. We gotta wait till nighttime again. That's so annoying, because I bet now we're gonna kill it and it's not even gonna give us a summoning item or something stupid like that. I guarantee it, peeps. I guarantee. Yes, dude. Okay, that was even easier than the first fight because it didn't try to do that heal thing at all. Oh, okay. And oh, we did get one, and we got another hybrid. All right. You know what we're gonna do? Save the game. Do not screw with me like that again, ARK. All right, let's get rid of all this enhanced stuff. I don't even care if it rolls legendary. Get rid of all this. Don't care about it. Oh, okay, let's get back to base. Hopefully not crash this time. And actually, hold on, wait. Mega Bison. Let's kill the Bison. All right, I'll see peeps in a little bit. All right, peeps. So how we're going to do this is we're going to start with our high tiers and then move on to the bread and butter primordial. Could you imagine, like, if we got an Acro from these high tiers? That would be pretty crazy. And we've got a poison wyvern. Oh, yeah, also, peeps, another thing that got updated in this patch is a acid rework. So acid attack, so I think that's basilisk spit, poison wyvern, reaper barbs, manticore spikes. They do acid damage now, and what that does is it greatly reduces stamina and health and torpidity over time. Well, it increases torpidity, but it's like a damage over time effect. So if we get hit with a manticore, it's not going to be slamming us now for immediate damage, but it's going to be kind of like a trickle effect, as far as I understand it. I don't know. We haven't fought any manticore just yet, but if we do, maybe we'll let ourselves get hit by one to see what it's doing. We're also getting really garbage creatures here, peeps. Not gonna lie. Like, no rock drakes, no nothing. No nothing that I find interesting. Oh, never mind. Let me shut up, dude. We just got a lightning manticore. Okay. Oh, those stats. 59 points into all the 85 into food, because of course, garbage stamina. Oh, that's a little depressing, peeps. That is a little depressing. But let's go ahead and see what the Doid brings. Maybe the Doid will be able to make up for a bunch of bad summons. Hopefully. Let's see. We've got a 235, and I guess your stats kind of don't matter. Your colors are really nice, but let's see. You've got Tenacious. What does Tenacious even do? Let's see. This creature gains incoming damage reduction as health falls. Okay, so Tenacious is a pretty good one. Unfortunately, you know, like I said, doesn't really matter. But here we go. Greater Kibble Eaten. And oh, it's a mega. Okay, hold on, wait. Whoa. This could potentially be good, peeps. Potentially be good. We've got Brawler, Tough, Balanced, Runner. So we have Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. This one might be insane. We have straight up 100% damage, 60% speed, and 0.78 reduction. Okay, that is the highest damage I have ever seen, ever. That is beautiful speed and just a little subpar damage reduction, but I will take it. See, this is what confuses me, peeps, because it's the prime and mega stats on a pygmy that roll either really high or really low, and we got 2 runners. So what on earth is giving us 100% damage? I don't even know. That's crazy. Okay, but of course, just like with the pygmy in the last episode, peeps, it's all temporary, right? It's nothing's a guarantee until it takes the corrupted string. So let's go get a corrupt. Let's go get some graders. Oh my gosh, Gigatus Modus, please just be normal. And let's hope Lady Luck is on our side. Could you imagine, peeps, if it was? All of last episode was just a dud just for this one naturally spawned Doid to come and give me the Doid kill and a Doid pygmy? That'd be insane. That'd be actually insane. All right, but here we go. Let's get the stuff, and I really hope, peeps. I really hope it gets like everything into damage. That'd be insane. All right, but no more dilly-dallying. Let's start with the graders, because those will be the least heartbreaking. All right, so we're starting with 2.78 and 1.6. Hopefully it gets all 3. First one in is 9 into speed, giving us 69. That's pretty nice. All right, but wait, will it get another one? It gets another one into damage reduction. So we're now at 20, or is that 30? I think that's 30 damage reduction. Okay, I would have preferred into damage, but that's good too. Will we get a third one? Oh, no, we are not so lucky, peeps. Okay, so hold on. Let's equip this guy right now. Base stats are 100% damage, 30 damage reduction, and nearly 70 move speed. We could go trade this guy up right now, and it would be one of the best pygmies we've ever seen. Honestly, peeps, I could give it a corrupt string, and it could still be the best pygmy we've ever seen, even if it rolls bad. Like, that's how crazy this pygmy is. But of course, we are a gambler here, peeps, and we've always taken the gamble in this series on the grader, or yeah, on anything, really. The graders, the corrupts, everything and anything, all of the time. So who am I to deny us now, right? Because, I mean, if this goes wrong, I only have to farm another 40 billion primordials to get something like this again. It'll only take me hours of my life. So surely, and I won't have to do that, and it'll just roll nice. All right, I'm yapping a lot. I'm nervous is why. All right, here we go. Please, Doid, please. And ooh. Okay, it went into speed. We almost have 100% move speed. From what? I don't even remember what the base was. I think it was like 70, right? So we got 20 plus move speed there, peeps, which is insanity. Let's see, we've got our total rating of 221. And if we equip Banana Pepper's total average rating is 245. So we're already almost at Banana Pepper's average rating without any extra stats put in. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I have the biggest, dumbest smile on my face right now. Let's, wait, where were you holding? Oh, right, yeah, all of my stuff for the Acro taming. Yeah, we're gonna need that. And, yeah, let's get back to base and trade up this Doid and see what kind of just shenanigans we can get it to. Oh my gosh, just already, this is absurd. Alrighty, peeps, we had to do a little bit of farming in order to get another wild brawler and 3 more added brawlers. It was very annoyingly tedious to get. I had to trade up, I think, a total of 6 giga, like giving them all A traits just to finally get 3 added brawlers. But thankfully, you know, we have tons of gigas and we have tons of trade extract potions, so it's not the biggest of deals. But yes, peeps, it is time to trait up our Doid. Let's go ahead, throw these all in, and see just how powerful we can get this boy. Here we go, peeps. Look at that. That is just absurd. 162% damage increase, 75 damage reduction, and 68 movement speed. Actually insane. 300% average rating. Holy heck, yeah, nothing is going to be able to catch us now. Not that anything could before, but now it's just absurd just how quick we are. Look at the speed. We are rapid, very, very rapid, and our damage is going to be just disgusting. And in fact, there's actually a primordial bear that just spawned in with an overlord flyover. So let's fly on over to Mr. Bear and test out our new power. And in no time at all, we have arrived. Let's see. You are actually a pretty dang strong bear. That damage multiplier is a little scary, peeps. I'm not gonna lie. And oh, of course, he's in fire mode now, which is the more annoying of the two modes. I much rather prefer to fight him in lightning mode. But here we go. Let's get overcharged. Come on. Come on, Camazons. There we go. Potions have been chugged. And yeah, let's just get to blasting. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's almost half his health in 2 attacks. Oh jeez Louise, dude. Oh, that's just absurd. Oh, this poor bear. Oh my god, this poor bear. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, yeah, I think peeps, we might be good to start fighting uber primordials with Camazons. This is just disgusting. It's oh my, I have no words. I have no words. That was literally easier than most champion fights. What on earth? And of course he didn't get me a summon, but I can't even blame him. We just disrespected the heck out of him. Also, check out this hat. All 3 rare. Amazing. All right, well, yeah, pretty happy with that, peeps, but I still want to get Acro, so let's go back to the desert, I suppose, and start hunting some Acro, knowing we now have Camazons, the primordial demolisher, in our back pocket for whenever the Overlord flies over and spawns one of them. Oh my gosh, we're just so strong. We're so strong. All right, peeps, this should be the last feed on this 245 Acro, especially if he's gonna do the intermediate roar. And there we go. You should go to bed, even if we low roll on the feed. Oh, all right, peeps, another decent alpha Acro down. This one is almost a max level, but unfortunately its stats still aren't that good. Like 32 into health is really bad, but it does have 48 into melee. I would like to have seen that in the 50s, but I'll take it. At least we know it'll roll above 50 unless we get atrociously unlucky, which could happen, peeps. It could definitely happen, but hopefully not, right? Hopefully this Acro is nice and actually tames. Oh, all right, but we do have a few things to talk about, peeps, and it's pretty bad news. It's actually kind of catastrophic news when you think about it. So Mike has been working diligently on an update to try and get all of the dinos to work better with the various cryopod mods that exist. We use whatever this cryo mod is, I honestly forget the name. And I think Mike's ultimate goal is to have creatures heal while they're in the cryopods, or maybe not heal. I don't remember the wording, but basically, things got a little goofy in the code, and any tame that existed before that update now kind of got its HP scaling messed with. If you peeps will remember, when you give a tame a prime genetic string, it increases its max health by 25%, and then it's another 40 for doing a mega string, and that of course works with the extracted traits that we can give our creatures. So that really helps boost health up on our creatures. Unfortunately, that boosted health is seemingly gone on really everything that has existed in this series, because obviously all of these tames existed before the update. So that means that Camazotz here is back down to a max health of 15,000, down from I think the 25, maybe 27,000 that we had him at. And even our Rockdrake Starscream is down to barely over 11k, effectively killing both of these tames. Now we could still use Camazotz for, you know, low tier megas and maybe even a few champions and ubers that can't really hit us, but gone are the days of primordial fighting with Camazotz, which really sucks because we just got him to max Ascended. Oh goodness, peeps, there might be a fix in the future, but I'm under the assumption that yeah, they're gone effectively, which is why we don't really have any more summoning items or anything crazy, because I really haven't risked fighting any champions or anything. So yeah, that kind of sucks. I guess it's a good time to be taming these Acros though. Hopefully these Acros will prove to be really good, because we did just get a num, or excuse me, not num, but a tier 3 vampiric. So all we need now is tier 3 num, and we will have a fully stacked tier 3 Acro potentially. But I mean, the odds of getting tier 3 num are low, to say the least, peeps. Especially since, you know, depending on how well this guy's melee rolls, we might actually, you know, throw in the towel here with Acro taming, because we did get another Acro off camera. It was, I believe, yeah, this one right here, who has 51 melee. And if you peeps remember from the Acro we just summoned, that guy only had 48. So this is an increase. But I'm hoping that this Acro that we are just now taming is going to have over 51. Of course, they're all males, because why not? So I'm gonna have to tame some random female so we can start crossbreeding these stats. But yeah, peeps, I think we are just about ready to potentially get into finally doing the Acro breeding. Unless you do me absolutely dirty and that 48 points in the melee goes nowhere, but you know, I guess we'll see. I'll bring you back when it's tamed, and hopefully with good news. Alrighty, peeps, any second now, this Acro, yep, there it is, should wake up. It's also got tier 3 Nocturnal, by the way, which is pretty funny considering we're like on the hunt for good traits, and unfortunately Nocturnal is not one of the ones we are looking for, but that would be a very nice coincidence if it was. But here we go, peeps. Are you going to have good melee? Got 24 bonus levels in total. How many went into melee? We've got 51. Are you kidding me, dude? Really? 24 bonus levels, and 3 of them go into this dang melee stat. 42 stam. Do you even have better stamina than ARK? No. No. So cool. So cool, dude. Oh, that is so painful. Its weight stat. Is its weight stat even better than something? No? Okay, dude. Oh my gosh, that's so tragic. And I mean, yeah, we could mutate, peeps, and that's probably what we're gonna end up doing, but I would really have preferred a higher base statage, because, you know, mutating only gets you so far, especially because it's been kind of nerfed in DOX, where the points don't really give you as much points as they would normally. So, but you know what? At least we have Acros that are over level 50 in weight and stamina, or excuse me, not stamina, but health, if I can actually speak correctly. And Seekers. All right, well, peeps, I guess I give up on looking for Acros. That one's probably gonna die to his Seeker anyway. Yeah, alright, well, I will see you, peeps, once we get back to base to trait extract our other Acros. Oh, wow. I want to actually soloed the Seeker Onyx. That's pretty impressive. I thought for sure you would die. You got Mega Rabies? What? I didn't even know the Onyx could give Mega Rabies in this. That's crazy. All right. Well, like I said, I will see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, peeps. We have a gene storage made as well as a gene gun. I actually have had this gene gun for a long time now. I think all the way back when we were making the Gigas, I first tried to do stuff with the genes, but I didn't realize that you needed to get genes from the same creature that you wanted to put them into. So I collected a bunch of creatures that had like good traits, and I tried to extract them, and I realized that yeah, that plan wouldn't work. So I cut that out of the video, but now we can finally get into it. And look at all these traits, baby. Giant slaying, tenacious, tier 2 melee mutations, more tenaciouses, more numbs, vampirics, all the good stuff. So let's get to the slurping. How does this work? Do I just go up and I click you? Oh, yes, maybe, yeah. Okay, and then I just do that and slurp, and there we go. Okay, so now we have tier 3 giant slaying. I'm gonna skip tier 2 tenacious because we already have a bunch of normal tenacious already. Let's see, let's just go down the line, start slurping up all of these traits. And peeps, this is the plan. I want 3 tier 3 tenaciouses, this tier 2 numb, because unfortunately we couldn't get a tier 3 numb, and a tier 3 vampiric. And the idea is to make an acro that is hopefully nigh unkillable, because if we have tier 3 tenaciouses, what tenacious does is as health lowers, damage resistance increases, and with tier 3 that's 25%. So with 3 tier 3s, that is a total of 75% extra damage resist while we are on low health, which is pretty insane. And what numb does, peeps, is it takes a certain portion of incoming damage, and I think the tier 2 is like 37% of incoming damage, and it applies that over 5 seconds. So you'll take an initial hit, and then you'll take the rest of that hit over the course of 5 seconds. So you're still taking the same amount of damage, just a little slower. And here's the tricky trick about that is if you're hit during that 5 second kind of bleeding period, it resets the timer and replaces that old damage with the new damage of the new hit, which effectively just kind of deletes the old damage. So this basically is a complicated way to just say this is more damage resist, especially if we're fighting against something that's fast hitting and constantly resetting that timer. And then that is where Vampiric comes in to help us be constantly healing during all of it, right? So, holy heck, peeps. In theory, we will have an absolute unkillable Acro, because we'll have just so much stacked damage resist, and tier 3 Vampiric does get nerfed pretty hard with large drag weight creatures. So I was thinking about maybe swapping it out with something else. There's just a raptor up here, which I thought I had a Kingslayer. Let's see, where is our Kingslaying Acro? Because Kingslayer only works on bosses, but of course, because of how DOX works, all of the primes, all of the megas, all of the really anything that we're trying to kill counts as a boss, right? So potentially that's just an extra 10% damage on everything and anything, unless it died at some point, because I know we had one somewhere, but I guess not. Where are you? Why are you so far away? What the heck? Okay, well, I suppose I will drop these traits off in the gene scanner, go grab the health mutation one, And I will see you peeps in a little bit once we have the perfect statted Acro. Alrighty peeps, here it is, our baby Acro male that is the perfect stats, and the baby Acro model is very interesting. It's very like Indominus. I don't know, like, am I crazy for like seeing the resemblance between the baby Acro and the Indom? I don't know, it's just, that's what I see. Let me know what you peeps think, but here are the final stats. 63 points into health, which is more than I thought we had. Like, I thought that was also in the 50s, but I guess we have 63. 51 into melee, 52 food, 55 stamina, and 54 weight. Interestingly enough, a very low torpidity stat with only 8 points. But, you know, that's not gonna matter because I plan on going with Mega Tough for this Acro build, which gives 2 benefits. One, it gives complete torpid immunity. So poison, acid, none of that will actually give this final Acro torpor, which is good considering we're going to be using it as a brawler. And then the other benefit of Mega Tough is, actually, hold on, wait, will it say? Let's go see if it'll actually say it on the genetic string. Let's see, Mega Tough, and yes, okay, so gain an extra 25% damage resist while below 50 health. So remember peeps, we're going to be having those 3 Tenaciouses, and now also this giving us even more damage resist. So once we get to like that medium to low health threshold, it's gonna be nearly impossible to do any damage to this Acro. At least that's what I hope, peeps. I can't wait to be proven wrong by a fire manticore still critting us for 5,000 damage on every tail attack. But yes, peeps, this is the point where we inject this boy with some genes. So this is the male we're going to probably be using for the rest of the Acro breeding. Well, actually, I guess that's not true. We're going to be swapping him out pretty frequently as we get new health and melee mutations. And to help with those, whooshah, we now are going to have mutatable health and maybe not. Do I need to put that in the egg? Let's see, cannot extract embryo, target must be pregnant. Really? I thought you put these on baby dinos. Why can't I add these? What? Can I add other ones? Why can't I add the mutatables? Can you only put those on adults? I'm sure you peeps can tell that I have just so much experience with the vanilla traits in this game. All right, so can we add fast learner? Okay. Can we add giant slang? Okay. But not these. So do these only get added to adults? That's what I'm assuming. Okay, well, let's take these back out. And I guess wait for him to grow up. All right, peeps, so here we go. We have a fully grown male. Can I inject you with these? Target must be baby. Am I insane? What are you talking about? Okay. I'm confused. Target must be baby. I couldn't add them to the baby. What? Okay. Well, I guess we'll try with a new baby. Maybe the last baby was stupid. Okay, so we've got a new fresh egg, and I have a theory as to why this isn't working, and I hope I'm wrong, but let's see. All right, boom. Child, freshly claimed, male alpha, stab, and mutable health. Cannot add. Cannot add. We can add giant slaying. Okay, we've already tried that. Can we add this tenacious? Numb, tenacious, vampiric? So why? Why can't I add the mutable health and melee? I even tried looking it up online and I couldn't find an answer. Like, am I just dumb? Okay, peeps, so I still have not gotten a clear answer on this, but I think I have figured it out, because if we go to this specifically female Acro and add the stats, it does work. So I think these traits can only be added to females, which is really mean, because if I could add it to the male, then it would apply to all of the females he's breeding with. But of course, that would be too nice and convenient, I guess. So yeah, we're only gonna get one female that's going to be giving us boosted health and melee mutation odds. But I mean, I guess that's fine, right? We could just take these off whenever this one gets sterile and replace it with a new female. But dang it, peeps, if I knew that, I would have tamed way more of these. But you know, I guess it's a learning experience at the end of the day. Maybe for our next creature, if I ever want to mess with the traits again, we'll do better. But the mutations are already going pretty well, peeps. We already have one stacked into health and melee, and hopefully we'll get a decent amount. I'm not sure how high I want to go yet, probably until I get tired of doing it. Thankfully, we already have a pretty good starting health, so we're not going to really have to do that many mutations to get a really high health stat. So maybe we'll try to get to maybe like 25,000 pre-imprint and around 300% melee, and then call it there. Because again, just like with the Gigatus Modus, I don't really want to like stat cap the mutations on these guys, because I don't really enjoy the idea of brute forcing my way through this mod, because, you know, that's just not very fun to me. Because obviously we could take something like our Juice Gigas, for example, and breed them to 255 caps, and they'd probably steamroll everything in the game. But I feel like it's more interesting this way for me and for you guys watching especially. So that's what we're going to be doing. And yeah, I guess I will bring you peeps back if anything crazy happens, or once we are done with the mutations. Alrighty, peeps, welcome back. We are 5 seconds away from peak. Here it is. Our final mutated Acro baby. Obviously, we don't have the colors yet, but the stat mutations are done. You can see our final level is 612. And here are the stats. Now you can remember, peeps, DOX does mutations in sequences of 10, not 2. So I know it looks insane with 180 into health and 100 into melee, but you got to think that's actually in reality 18 health mutations and only 10 melee mutations, which is still a lot more than I originally thought we were going to do. I think at the beginning I said we'd get to like maybe 25,000 health, and I think I said I'd try to get the 300% melee, which we didn't get the melee goal, but we way passed the health goal. And it's because I just kept getting health mutations. Like, I had double of the health mutations that I had melee mutations for so dang long on this Acro, and I just wanted to hit 10 in melee, and we finally just got there. Now you can also see we have a few mutations into the other stats. Like, we have 2 into torpidity, and that's because how Mike has decided to balance the Acro is when you go into Acro's defensive state, I believe that gives you an extra 40% damage resistance, which in DOX is no laughing matter. That's like pretty significant. Like, you can whip that out to defend against, you know, some incoming critical hit that would have wrecked you without that 40% extra damage resist. But yeah, the way he's balanced that is while you're in that stance, you are constantly gaining torpidity. So you can't just hold that forever. So I figured we might as well, you know, loop in some torpidity mutations to increase it, but it goes up by such a minuscule amount, peeps. I think each mutation was giving me 500, maybe 600 more torpors. So I really decided that it wasn't worth prioritizing, because like when we have 44,000, an extra 500 from a mutation is just a drop in the bucket. But yes, you can also see we also have 2 weight mutations, or not weight, but hunger mutations. And that's because, peeps, while I, you know, was doing the breeding process, I went over to our Acro spot, and I actually did find a tier 3 fatty. So I did a like toy with the idea of putting Fatty on an Acro. And if you don't know what Fatty is, the more points into health a creature, excuse me, not health, but hunger a creature has, the more innate armor it has. And I think for tier 3, it's 0.2 armor for every 1 point in health. So I thought for this Acro build, which is going to be kind of a hyper tank, that would be really good, and we could potentially replace Vampiric with it, because Vampiric is probably not going to be super great, because Vampiric gets very high diminishing returns on bigger drag rate creatures. But then I started doing the math, peeps, and it's just not really worth it. We would have to max, like, stat cap the mutations on hunger for it to really give any meaningful value, and I just don't want to do that. I'd rather just Vampiric. So that's why that hit 2 and actually stopped, and that was actually a double mutation. So we got those 2 points with 1 baby. So that was nice, but ultimately didn't go anywhere. But, oh, right, actually, peeps, speaking of, while I was, looking for creatures, I think we actually found a better melee, which I never actually showed you guys. But instead of like the base melee of like 53, we found a better one, tamed it up, and it's now 59, which is a huge boon. Because I think at that point we had, oh my god, dude, these RGs are so loud. Here, you know what? I'm gonna take this guy to the cave. I'll be right back. These RGs are irritating me. Oh, that's much better. Way less noise down here in the Acro cave. But yeah, like I was saying, peeps, when we found that melee, I think we were at about 4 mutation points into melee, and this is how important the base stats are. That's 40 mutation points. And even that was not giving as much melee percent as just the extra base level, which again, I guess we could see right here. So yeah, we started with 51, and just going from that 51 to 59 was a bigger increase, like a bigger jump in melee raw percent than those 4 mutations, which again is 40 points. So that goes to show that base stats are king, and that the mutations look like big numbers, but they really aren't. Now, I guess for health, it kind of is, because we went from 18.6 to 30k, and I'm very excited for that, because obviously we're going hyper tank with this Acro, and he's going to get a lot of damage resist as his health falls. So the bigger health pool we have, the more wiggle room we're going to have in that 50 and 25% health range. So that's why I wasn't really all that upset about getting a decent amount of health mutations. But yes, peeps, this is going to be the base stats of our Acro. All that's left to do now is throw on some colors, and we have a lot of colors, peeps. Each one of these eggs is a color mutation. I have them all written down in my notes app on my phone, and we're gonna go through, see what combinations work well, and hopefully end up with a very pretty Acro by the end of this. But before we move on, peeps, to the next clip, I want to compare the Acro to our juiced gigas. We still have a bunch of juiced giga eggs, by the way, so we could, at any point, we could go back to using the gigas, but let's actually compare the stats. So remember, these gigas were nutty. Like, these were juiced high-level gigas, like almost 100 points into health, 89 into melee. Like, these guys were beasts. You peeps saw in this series, like, we were cleaning house with these guys, and you could see, even with that insane base health, it's still so much less health than the Acro, which is good. But then you look at the melee, and the giga sweeps in terms of melee, like 430 compared to 279, and that's with 10 mutations. Now, granted, that's not the full picture of the Acro, right? Because we go into rage mode, we get probably higher DPS and probably a comparable base damage to the gigas, but just right off the bat, the giga is probably going to be a stronger creature. But I'm hoping to turn the tides, so to speak, with our Acro and especially the vanilla wildcard traits. I'm hoping the Tenaciouses, the Vampiric, the Numb really carry it over to being extraordinary. Now, I'm pretty sure occasionally we're gonna see like a corrupted Mega Grendel or or champion neophyte that we're just gonna still have to run away from, because some of these champions, especially when they're corrupt, hit for ungodly amounts of damage. So we're still gonna want to prioritize speed with these guys, and again, thankfully in rage mode, they're pretty dang fast at base speed. So with our current pygmy here, we have almost 70% move speed. So even if we just do a little bit of speed on this Acro, I imagine we'll still be able to disengage even from flyers, which again reminds me that between, I think, the last time I saw you and now, Mega Tough got yet another buff. So now if you have Mega Tough and you receive a hit, like let's say we're fighting a Manticore, the Manticore hits me, there is a chance that just by hitting me, the Manticore will ground itself. Mega Tough basically gives us boss rage, which is awesome. I'm like, that nukes one of my biggest fears with using the Acros was, if a Manticore spawns, how am I going to kill it? Because it's going to be flying around, breath attacking me, using its tail attacks, just critting me out, and my damage resistance isn't going to matter because I can't hit it. But now if it gets grounded, then we just chew it to pieces, and hopefully, you know, we're healing with Vampiric and losing a bunch of its damage with numb mitigation. And I have very high hopes, peeps. I have very, very high hopes for these Acros, and I'm so nervous that the moment we see something scary like a Grendel or like again a Manticore, we're just gonna get critted, and all that damage resist is just not gonna matter. But we'll see. We'll see, right? All right, so, but anyway, peeps, this has been the mother of yaps. So I am gonna let this guy grow up and I guess start experimenting with colors, and I will bring you all back once we find a good combination. So yes, I will see you peeps in a little bit. Alrighty, peeps, it's been a long time coming, but this egg contains the perfect combination of color and stats. We also managed to somehow get an extra melee mutation, even though both of the mutation lines, like the mutation count was super high, which shouldn't be possible, but maybe Dox messes with that. But here it is, peeps, and oh my goodness, it's so good, peeps. Now, granted, the lighting in our base is not great, so you can't really see it in all of its glory, but here she is, peeps. Name suggestions for this Acro in the comments below. You peeps will be able to see her in better lighting, probably in the next few clips or so, but for now, let's go ahead and do some science. Kushia! All right, please take these without issue. There we go. 3 tenacious, a numb, and vampiric. So again, peeps, to recap what all of these traits do, these 3 tenacious add up together into another 75% damage resistance if this Acro ever hits 25% health, and it starts working at 50%, so technically it starts at 50%, but it ramps up as it goes down in health, capping out at 25 per tenacious. Once we hit 25% health, the numb will straight up eat a bunch of damage for us. I'm really sad we couldn't find a tier 3 numb. Like, I might go out and search a little longer, to be honest, because tier 3 numb is just so good. So what numb does, peeps, is you take a certain amount of damage from an initial hit immediately, and then the rest of that damage is applied over a 5-second period. So for instance, with tier 2 numb, if we take 100 damage, right, we'll immediately take like 70 something amount of that damage, and then the rest of that damage will bleed in over the next 5 seconds. But what makes numb so incredible is that if something hits you during that 5-second bleed period, it completely resets the timer for that damage, basically deleting the remaining health bleed just so it can start applying the new damage's health bleed. So if you're fighting something that's hitting you fast and constantly resetting that timer, it's just throwing away all of that extra damage that it's doing. So interestingly, we're going to be very good against things that are like, you know, like I said, hitting us fast, but very bad against something like a Dreadnoughtus, which hits like really hard and then takes a year and a day for the second time to hit you. So you will actually take that full damage. So that's something we'll have to take into consideration with the fights we choose. And I believe tier 2's exact number is 37.2 or something like that for the amount of damage that comes in as bleed. Tier 3 is straight up 50%. So if we could get a tier 3 peeps, that basically gives us 50% damage resist for free, which would be huge, which again is why I'm sad that we didn't get a tier 3 And we all know what Vampiric does. As we, deal damage, we get health. Now, unfortunately, apparently this is like 90% nerfed on creatures with over 500 drag weight, which the Acro is going to be. So that kind of sucks, but at this point, any sustainability is better than no sustainability. Like I said in the previous clip, I was kind of considering switching this out with Fatty and just doing a bunch more breeding. Alternatively, we could have done Kingslaying, and I thought I had a tier 3 Kingslaying peeps, but we just don't. So I don't know if the Acro that had it died or if I'm actually crazy, but we do have Giant Slaying, which is good, but nowhere near as good as Kingslaying. Like, Kingslaying is straight up an extra 10% damage against boss type creatures, which would include the primes, the megas, the champions, the primordial. So that would basically be 10% extra damage against literally anything that's important. Whereas I think Giant Slaying, even tier 3, caps out at 5%. So I feel like I'd rather the Vampiric healing than 5% more damage, but yeah, peeps. Now we just have to hope that it grows up, doesn't get any traits, and then we can try to get a good corrupt, and then get good graders, and if not, then we'll just re-extract these traits and try again on another baby. So we've gone from the RNG of mutating to the RNG of hoping all the stats combine to now the RNG of DOX. So these breed episodes take a long time in this mod, peeps, but it's worth it. I feel like this Acro is going to be really cool and maybe effective. God, I hope effective, but definitely cool, right, peeps? You can already see like the colors are coming in, and it's like very watermelon-esque, and I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it looks pretty cool. I never really get a chance to use red and greens. Well, I use reds, but definitely not greens. So I wanted to mix it up with this Acro, and I think it looks great. All right, but either way, peeps. Again, a lot of yapping in this episode, but I will see you all probably if we get this Acro or some future Acro to accept good corrupts and graders. But it probably won't even matter. Yep. Negative 15 and a damage. I think even if we get good speed, like this guy has good. Oh, we can't even use him. I just realized because of the traits. Gosh dang it. Well, there goes my backup plan. Oh, another negative 15 into damage. Why you shouldn't have. Literally, you shouldn't. All right, this is probably going to be a trash Acro, which sucks because this one had a health mutation and I didn't realize it. Okay. Wait. There's hope. On the final corrupt, we hit a 23.69. Okay, if we get good graders with this, potentially this could be good. All I'm hoping for is anything but damage reduction. And if we do just one into damage reduction, the rest into either damage or speed or damage and speed. Please, dude, please. I want to be done with this. I'm running out of resources. Okay, dude. Okay, 33 base damage. Next one goes into damage reduction. No, dude, please go into. If this goes into either speed or damage, this is gonna be so good. Even if it goes into damage reduction, I'm still gonna throw it into the planner. But oh yes, okay. I think we're cooking with this one, peeps. And it's one that had a health mutation. I didn't even realize it till it grew up that it has one extra health mutation. Okay, 33.63, 8.26, and these are great rolls. I'm not sure how well the grader on the damage rolled, but good speed, because like it's 5 to 10, so getting 8 and above is very nice. Okay, this could be the one, peeps. Finally. Oh my gosh, I've had to make so many absolute cleansing potions. Okay, I'm gonna throw this into the trait planner, and I'll be right back to see if it's any good. I have a good feeling though. Okay, I think these are really good results considering we're ending with mega tough. Well, that's pretty good. Unfortunately, I have very bad news, peeps, because while I was sitting AFK, mostly grinding away at Acro eggs, the fuel in in my generators kind of died, and it's not good, peeps. All of my traits, almost all of them are gone. Like, we have some wilds, we have no more uniques, we have no more added traits, only a handful of dang balanced, or rather neutrals. We have no primes, we only have mega toughs, which I guess is a good thing, but dang it, man. We're gonna have to go on a pretty crazy trait farming adventure, which we can do, but dang it. Oh, thank goodness, right? Thank goodness we have a whole heck of a lot of trait extract potions, and we're gonna be able to make a bunch of darts as well, but man, that sucks. So, yeah, I've got a lot of farming to do, and I will see you all in probably a while. Oh my goodness, peeps. Welcome back at long last. It is finally time. I feel like I say that, or I guess rather have been saying that every episode, multiple times an episode for the past few episodes. And since I guess it's because I am for some reason choosing to do multiple things that take an insane amount of time that I don't really need to do. Like, did I need to do acro mutations? Did I need to look for all of these genetic traits? Probably not, right? But for some reason I did it, and now we're here, and and it's been a week since my last upload. Sorry, but me being a crazy psycho person, out of the way, peeps. Look how good this Acro looks. I know you peeps just saw her, but it's been a while since I've seen her. I've been trait grinding on the gigas for the past 2 days to finally completely rebuild up our stock, and boy oh boy am I excited. First of all, this saddle, peeps. I am very proud of how the coloring of this saddle turned out, because I just kind of winged it with the dyes, and it turns out my neurons fired and I chose the perfect color. Like, the green perfectly matches her green. The red looks so good. Oh my goodness, peeps. I am excited for this Acro. Look at this health. So this is after a few levels. That's not base health, but it's after, yeah, 6 levels. We're at 34,000. That's more health than our Giga Desmodus after it got Prime and Mega Strings. I think that's just about the same health as Father Boog. And also, I think Andero, our Primordial Kong, as well. And again, she doesn't even have any traits yet. She still is going to get a 25% health increase from Prime and 40 from Mega. So our end health, peeps, on this Acro is going to be hovering around 60,000, which is a level of health we have not seen since our gigas and the primordial Rhinonotha Anakin Sky Chopper that we had. I am super freaking excited, and now, before we go into this, it's time for some bad news, peeps, because you see, this Acro is finishing at just about the perfect time, because unfortunately, the culmination of this issue that Mike, the mod developer, is having with the health points of the tames before the cryopod health update has reached, it seems, its final climax. If I were to look at Starscream here, I believe if you peeps would direct your eyes to the spyglass, something is clearly wrong. Starscream is at a total of 11,000 health, out of 0. That's not good. And I think it's gonna be the same with Camazotz if I throw her out as well. Yeah, so I don't know what this means. Does this mean they still have 15,000 health or 11,000 health? And will it regenerate if they take damage, or if they take any damage at all? Or is it an insta-kill? I don't know. And yeah, so unfortunately, Camazotz and Starscream here are functionally dead, peeps. I'm too nervous to take them out. I'm too nervous to even punch them to see if that like instantly implodes them, right? So yeah, this Acro is, you know, a lot's riding on the line here, peeps, because if this Acro doesn't pan out, then I guess we could also fall back on the Gigas, because our Gigas are still fairly strong, but hopefully not, right? All right, let's stop yapping and actually discuss this build. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and make her sterile, give her a lucky potion, the overcharge, because overcharge is amazing and wonderful. And here we go, a Paragon experience orb to get her to Paragon 7 so she can become a Mega. We're going with a total of 3 wild brawlers, 1 neutral balanced, as well as another 2 neutral brawlers, 3 more added brawlers, a unique wild tough, a unique balanced, a prime juggernaut, and finally mega tough. Now before I put this in, let's actually read the description of this. 40% health increase, which is standard for all megas, and with this we get 25% damage resist, 15% damage. We cannot be torpid, so nothing can knock us out, which is huge given the new changes to the acid debuff. We gain 25% added damage resist while below 50 health, and the newly buffed effect, which gives us a chance to ground any flyers when damage is taken. That isn't excluding primordials, or I'm guessing the Titans whenever we get to like fighting the Titan Desmodus, or I think that's actually the only flying Titan if I remember correctly, but that's huge, peeps. That means we can't be helicoptered by manticores, dragons, Rhinognatha. So the idea with this Acro, peeps, is to just be the ultimate battle of attrition creature. Sits in something's face and just wails on it until its like health bar reaches 0 and our health bar barely moves. So I'm pretty excited, peeps. I am pretty dang excited. Even though we have, oh my, tree jump scare. What? Yeah, even though we have negative 19% move speed, this isn't slow. Like this is quite respectable. Why are there so many ghost trees right now? Yeah, this is fast. Like we're not gonna be outrunning flyers with this, but I could definitely see us outrunning a lot of land-based creatures, peeps. And oh my gosh, there's an Oasisaur. But yes, peeps, I think it's probably about time to end this episode here. We finally have our Acro, but I do appear to see a Mega Shally in the distance. So let's go ahead, level up. Oh yes, okay, I did the calculations perfectly. We're like just at 60k. And yeah, everything else is going into melee. I don't think we need stamina with 6,000. We maybe, no, wait, no, we can't be torpid. Wait, actually, hold on. If I go into the shield stance, okay, so we still gain torpidity from shield stance, but we just can't be torpid from any, oh, wait, whoa. Torpidity resistance, oh, wait, what did that say? Hold on, hold your horses. Torpidity resistance compromised while in shielded stance, remains compromised while above 60. Interesting. So while we're shielded, we can be torpored. I guess that's a way to balance it, because again, peeps, that's something else I didn't mention is while we're in shield stance, that's just an extra 40% damage resist. So yeah, actual unkillable monster here. But obviously we can't sit in this forever though. Actually, if we leave, oh, just gone. That's huge. But I think if we go over 60%, it doesn't go away. So we have to be a little tactical with this Acro. But yes, let's go fight this poor Schwalbe. It's actually not too terribly low of a level, but it is a tier 4 and a corrupt, so potentially could be a decent fight. But here we go, peeps. Let's give it one little nibble. 2,200 damage. So definitely way less damage than what the Gigas were pulling off, but not bad. Oh my gosh. All right, so it's doing a decent amount of damage to us. Let's go ahead and activate shield stance. And look at that, just barely any damage. Which actually, I mean, every now and then it hits us for a high amount of damage. But oh yeah, actually, peeps, before I forget, we are wearing the desert cloth, which still gives us elusive. So for some of these hits, we're just completely negating, which is pretty insane. Look at the rock throw for 2 damage. Oh my gosh. And then we can hit the 100% adrenaline. That's insane. It actually got bored of us. The mega de-aggroed. What? What? All right, but here we go. Let's hit adrenaline. And oh, and they get crippled. I did not think the megas would be allowed to be crippled. Oh my god. Oh, that's disgusting. That DPS is oh, what? We destroy rocks? The speed? The speed? I'm sorry, what? How much damage does the stomp do? How do we do the stomp? It's with right click. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, that was that, peeps. Barely took any damage. Now, granted, I think we all knew that a basic Mega Schwalbe was not going to be threatening to our Acro, right? Because obviously. And I really want to just keep recording, get this to Warlord, and just go ham on some champions, but I gotta save that for the next episode. Oh, this is... Oh, boy. Oh, hi. Hello. Oh, wow. They suck. You're trash. Oh, my God. Whoa. We actually do so much damage. How much does the shoulder bash do? That actually does decent knockback. Does that do more damage? Wait, that does more damage than the bite? Am I crazy? Or are we just getting lucky hits? I think that's like consistently doing more damage. Oh my gosh, peeps. Oh my gosh. And oh, it's so good. It's so good. I can't get over how fast we are as well. Like, that is insane speed. This is insane DPS. Like, we're biting maybe twice as fast as the Giga. Holy heck, peeps. I've got this biggest, stupidest smile on my face right now. I'm so excited for this. All right, I probably shouldn't have eaten the corpses of the other Gigas because trade extracting them would have been smarter. But yes, peeps, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. Go ahead and leave some name suggestions for her in the comments below. And I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.